strong affirmation of the following. Resolved, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization should substantially increase its defense commitments to the Baltic states. The framework for today's debate is cost-benefit analysis. Today's topic in the debate is national security. Since the Declaration of Independence, sovereignty and national security have gone hand in hand. As Edwin Meese, a fellow at the Heritage Foundation, explains, the Declaration of Independence announced the sovereignty of the United States and with it, the full power to levy war. Knowing this, the team who wins today's round should be the team that is able to provide the most benefits in the long term. Contention 1 is Russian aggression. Russia has a history of unjustified aggressive policies in the region. Consider, for example, the 2008 Russian invasion of Georgia, which forced thousands of ethnic Georgians from their homes. From the 1968 invasion of Czechoslovakia to the 2014 invasion of Crimea, it is clear that Russian military aggression is not a bug, it's a feature. As Matt Cesar, an analyst with the Foreign Policy Research Institute, explains, the West has seen military exercises led by Russia turn into full-blown interventions before. Unfortunately, the invasion of Ukraine was the only beginning. As Paul Grada, president of the Ukrainian World Congress, concludes, since the attack on Ukraine began in 2014, Russia's revanchist campaign of aggression has gone global. The impact is to stop conflicts and disasters from even starting. NATO involvement in the Baltics would prove beneficial due to the deterrence it would provide against Russian aggression in the region. Contention 2 is deterrence. A persistent basis in the three Baltic states, this is not an isolated statement. Poland, for example, recently offered to pay the U.S. over $2 billion to host forward deployed forces. The threat of Russian invasion, if real, the only question is what the North Atlantic Treaty Organization can do about it. Increased NATO defense commitments are vital to deter Russian aggression. Consider, for example, the statements of our allies who are calling increased commitments. NATO has bolstered its presence to the Baltics since 2014. For example, NATO recently introduced enhanced forward presence units to the region. The non-permanent nature of these programs is not sufficient to guarantee the full military capabilities of the Baltics nor to bring peace of mind to its citizens. Given increased Russian presence in the region, each country must rely heavily on the collective defense agreement of the North Atlantic Treaty if it hopes to stand a chance. Our allies like Lithuania and Poland are asking for permanent commitments. NATO must follow through. Conclusion. The conclusion then is clear. To prevent Russian military aggression in the Baltics, NATO must increase its defense commitments to include a permanent military presence, vote pro to deter Russian aggression, and protect U.S. national security.